go. Sierra.
Off-roading, baby!
Sierra EV AT4.
What if I told you the most rugged GMC Sierra you can buy right now is completely electric? This is the all-new 2026 GMC Sierra EV AT4. The truck that claims it can tow 12,000 pounds, cross muddy trails, and go on nearly 500 miles on a single charge. But here's the twist. I just took it off-roading in Michigan, and there were moments I thought we'd have to call for help to get unstuck. So, did it live up to the hype, or did it hit its limits when things got real? Let's get into it. We are at a turning point in the truck world. The 2026 Sierra EV AT4 is GMC's answer for anyone who wants hardcore utility, modern tech, and true EV range, all in a single package. GMC flew me out to Detroit for the first media drive, where I put this thing through street cruising, highway hauls, highway driving, and a full-on off-road adventure. And I wanted to find out, can this EV really replace your traditional workhorse, or is it just a rolling science experiment? Well, let's hit you with the headline stats first because they're pretty wild. The AT4 max range puts down 725 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque. That's 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. You get a max range of 478 miles if you go all in on battery, and up to 12,300 pounds of towing. Need to haul a 30-foot trailer or bring every toy you own? You're covered. And thanks to 800-volt architecture, you can add about 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes on a 350 kilowatt DC fast charger, which frankly is one of the best in the business. 478 miles of range is wild, especially when you realize that's nearly double what you get from a Ford Lightning, and well past what Rivian claims for their longest range R1T. So on paper, the Sierra EV AT4 just leapfrogged the old benchmarks for electric trucks. But crazy numbers on paper are just that, numbers. What's it actually like when you climb inside and live with this thing? Well, this has a cabin designed for real truck use, which doesn't skimp on the good stuff. The Forest Storm interior is rugged but premium, with ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a 16.8-inch touchscreen, and an absolutely massive sensor cubby that could hide a basketball. The 7-speaker Bose system bangs. Storage is everywhere, and you get a heads-up display, a digital gauge cluster, and one of the best highway assist options around, which is Super Cruise. The cabin is hushed thanks to acoustic glass and extra sound deadening, so it's genuinely quiet, even rolling on chunky 35-inch all-terrain tires. But there are some caveats. There's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. GMC ditched both for a Google-powered system. That's a choice. If you're all in on Google, you'll manage. But if you just want your phone to show up on your truck's giant screen, well, it's just not happening here. Which is fine, unless you're one of the millions of people who, like their phone. Now, of course, all the tech and comfort in the world won't matter if it can't deliver where it counts, out on the road. So how does it really drive? This thing is a torque monster. Off the line, it launches hard, quicker than most F-150 Lightning configs, and it feels more locked down than the Cybertruck thanks to its low center of gravity. But you do feel that 9,000 pounds. It's not the nimble featherweight you get in a Rivian R1T. The ride is planted and stable on pavement. And again, yes, it's heavy, close to 9,000 pounds, but the low center of gravity makes it feel locked in. It's quiet at highway speeds, and Super Cruise is an ultimate convenience for road trips, but do be warned, when you hit rough pavement, the fixed coil suspension can get bouncy, especially compared to the air suspended Denali trim. But let's be honest, anyone can make an EV feel good on pavement. The real test was taking this truck off-road. GMC took us to a preserve north of Detroit and let us loose on some genuinely messy trails. The 2-inch lift, all-terrain tires, and terrain mode, which uses brake-based traction to crawl, made a real difference. 4-wheel steering, including crab walk, lets this truck pull off moves that would have most Lightning owners doing 3-point turns, and honestly, even the Cybertruck can't match that kind of trail trickery. I made tight trail turns I never thought I'd clear, and it literally feels like it pivots around its center. But the reality check is that it's still nearly 4.5 tons. I managed to get it stuck a couple of times, and there was one moment in particular where I honestly thought we were just gonna need someone to tow or pull us out of where we were. Unlike the Rivian, you don't get real locking differentials, and at this weight, it's more of a soft roader than a true rock crawler. But for most owners, you're probably not out doing all this off-roading action, so it's perfect for fire roads, muddy campsites, or the Home Depot parking lot. Just know the limits.
Whoa! What?
But here's where the Sierra EV AT4 sets itself apart. Again, it's that nearly 500 miles of range, and with 800-volt charging, you can add 100 miles in 10 minutes, faster than anything from Ford or Rivian right now. For road trips, this is a legitimate convenience. So, does the Sierra EV AT4 pull off the impossible? For the first time, we have an electric truck that brings real off-road chops, super truck tech, crazy range, and big towing all in one package. It's not cheap. This max range that I drove is creeping into the 6-figure range. If you want the fastest 0 to 60 or hardcore off-road truck, maybe the Rivian or Cybertruck are more your lane. But if you want max range, cutting edge features, and a truck that actually feels at home on real roads and muddy trails, the Sierra EV AT4 just moved the bar. For hardcore off-roading, there are lighter, simpler choices, but for everyone else, for the 99% of people who want capability, comfort, and EV range in one beast, the Sierra EV AT4 is the new benchmark. And after what I put it through, I take it out there again. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.